Hello, hello Capricorn. Welcome to your August 2018 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Capricorn. And go ahead and check in with yourself during this reading. See if there's anything that wants to come up today. If there's any information that you need, just go ahead and tune in. Set your intention for what you would like to take away from this today. And let's see what's going on for Capricorn. First thing coming up is clarity. Refine your communication. Be conscious about your desires before jumping in. Witness, reflect, then move forward with purpose. Okay, so make sure that you are also taking a step back to gather your thoughts first, and that's going to be a big help this month. Next card, we have Faith. Really try to stay aligned with what the big picture is. Remember that there are bigger things at work than what you're able to see in this moment. It's not a bad thing. It just requires your patience and trust. And I know that that can be really challenging, but that's really what this is about. So you're probably not going to be able to see the big picture right now. There's a lot in the works that is supporting you and helping you, but you have to keep the faith in order to really see those things through. And then we have Perseverance. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, what'd I just say? And this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier, blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. And that's the truth. Like, it's okay if you're not comfortable. I tell people that all the time. They think that life is supposed to be peaches and cream, or like, I'm going to tell you to pray more. That, I'm sorry, that is not real. It's not. Sometimes things just take grit, and it's not always easy, but that is part of why you're here to do the work. It's like if you were blessed with a lot of Capricorn placements or significant Capricorn placements, then you really are the workhorse of the zodiac. You're here to get things done, and you have a big task to do. Okay? Now, the central energy for you is Eight of Cups, a change in perspective. I think that you're really starting to shift the way you think about things, and you're heading in a new direction regarding your approach and what you think about what you're going through. I strongly, strongly feel like there's going to be a glimpse of how things could be when you're doing the work and you're really starting to adjust your focus. Okay, the crossing energy for you is the Seven of Swords, moving away from things that don't work. If it's ineffective, just toss it out. You know, not every tool works for every person. It's the best way I can compare it, or what I can compare it to, is like how some people do really, really well in the morning working. Some people do better in the evening. It doesn't mean that one is better than the other. It just means that people have different styles on what works for them. And so be open to you developing your own flavor and your own approach to how you tackle whatever it is that you're working on. As much inspiration as you can have and that you can get, there's also a sense of you needing to do what's best and right for you and not worrying so much about what other people are doing. What's shifting out for you this month? We have the Lovers. Let me clarify this. Father of Cups. Okay, so this might be emotional dependency on someone else. There might be some codependent behaviors that are happening here, or a lack of boundaries. That is what I'm seeing is the tipping point for your perspective around all of this. Has to do with the relational changes that are going on in your life. So just be open to this. I don't think this is necessarily a relationship. I think this is more behavioral patterns that are shifting out for you. The oncoming energy is the Fool, so starting on a new path. This looks very similar, I'll show you, to the Eight of Cups. Do you see how like they're starting on a new journey, they're doing things differently? And that is you this month. You are going to be starting a new approach and really growing in a way that is probably unexpected. So you have this to look forward to. Good things are on the way, but I think you really get to start from a clean slate in August. The outward manifestation for you is the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of different avenues to take. There's not one right answer. There's not one right path. There's not one right decision. There are infinite possibilities. There are infinite ways to do this. So just be open-minded around what it is that you are, what actions you're taking in order to move forward. Because you have a lot at your disposal. You have a lot of different options and opportunities. So just be open to that. And then in the subconscious, we have the Six of Cups. Let me see. There might be some karmic stuff coming up for you this month. And this is your own karma. I want to be really clear that because this is an internal card, it's showing up as what's going on with you. Unresolved lessons from past lives. And let me see what the clarifier is for this. Oops. Father of Spring. So this is actually the King of Rods. It has to do with the way that you persevere and get through things. So it really is speaking to this perseverance card in how you tackle the task at hand. How do you do it? And it seems like a lot of the feeling of struggle, as much as it might be manifesting in this lifetime, there's a karmic layer to it. So this is also where I would like to mention that if you find yourself feeling really confused about like, why is this happening to me, or why is this such a bizarre situation? Most of the time when that's coming up, it can be karmic in nature, because it's kind of like the reality and then what's going on with you internally aren't quite adding up. And so that is pointing to karmic lessons. The advice for you is the Moon. It's okay to not know everything. It's okay to not know what's next. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to be emotional. This is just reminding you to embrace all of the parts of yourself unapologetically. You don't have to know everything all the time. It's just about being present with yourself and acknowledging yourself while it shifts out of your space. It is not going to throw a wrench into things if you have a bad day, or if you feel like you want to cry or take a break. These are things that you just want to be present with and give yourself some compassion for. The external influences in August is the Knight of Pentacles. And so this could have a lot to do with career or your purpose, your work in this lifetime. It looks like that's really getting lit up in August in a good way. I would say that it's more about you really solidifying all of the things that you feel like you're really called to do. It looks like there's deeper alignment there in terms of your passion or knowing what it is that you really want to do moving forward. In the position of hopes and fears, we have the Judgment card, and this is kind of, I think you're afraid of a standstill. I think you're afraid that if you slow down, that everything is going to come to a screeching halt. I'm just going to tell you right now, it won't. That's not what's going to happen. It's kind of like, I need rest, I need a break, I need to take care of myself, but I'm also afraid of that. So there's both sides. And I also want to say the Judgment is about decision making. So for you, you might be feeling as though you're really pushing yourself to make decisions, or you want to, you know, get the ball rolling with whatever it is. It looks a little bit angsty, this card in this position, but I think that this is reminding you, okay, just chill out, take a break, relax, take a step back. Again, we have faith and clarity, which is reminding you to refine whatever it is that's going on. Refine your thoughts, refine the way you are perceiving the situation in order to gain more clarity about how to move forward and what approach you want to take. Now, the outcome of August, we have the King of Cups. Yeah, it gets way better. So through August, I think that it just feels a little bit unstable in the sense that you're doing things that you've never done before. And that is uncomfortable. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be refreshing and it's going to be easy and it's just going to be a grand old time. It might be, you know, frustrating. You might have some growing pains right now, and this is all in your highest good. This is all pushing you higher and higher towards a space that is really where you're designed to be. So remember that things are working for you, not against you. Okay, so first, second, third, fourth quarter, I'm moving into the timeline piece of the reading now. So I start here, work my way around, and that is where you're going to be ending August. First quarter, we have decisions. What do you need to make decisions about? It just looks like the thoughts start at the beginning of the month in terms of, okay, what's the action plan? What am I doing next? What do I need to work on? This is kind of like you getting together your task list, unless you have a specific decision that you need to make or something that's time sensitive, in which case that's going to be coming up in the first quarter. Second quarter, we have feeling and form. This is when things begin to materialize. You start to see things come together in a way that you haven't before. I also think that a lot of the stuff that you've been manifesting starts to make an appearance here. Maybe more opportunities, more resources, more of whatever it is that you've been asking for comes up in the second quarter. This is when feeling and form, to me, I interpret this card as the blueprint that you've set in the astral is now coming to life. So that is what's happening here. Third quarter, responsibility. This is a very Capricorn card. It's kind of like that Saturn is coming up. That Saturn, get things done. The more effort you put in, the greater the rewards, and the less effort you put in, the more you ignore it, then there's not payoff with that. So it's just about knowing what you need to do for yourself and taking care of business rather than shying away from it or moving away from the things that you need to get done. This is a good time to focus on the tasks at hand, and it really is about staying on track as best as you can, because you're taking a new approach. And the biggest thing that you want to remember when you're doing things differently is you want to give them time. You can't try something for a week and expect it to become clear whether or not it works. You need to give it time to grow and time to develop. Otherwise, you're not really giving it a chance to work for you. You're just getting cold feet when you're not getting instant gratification. So I want to make that distinction when it comes to you taking action, which Capricorn typically does not have an issue doing. Give it time. If you're going to try a new approach, then you have to match it with patience. You have to be cool, calm, and collected through the ups and downs and just see what type of benefits it yields or what type of result you get from whatever it is that you're attempting. So don't duck out too quickly. You have to stay the course. And wrapping up August, strength. So again, perseverance, perseverance, perseverance. You're really working on it, and it's something that is going to get increasingly better over time. I think that as this is kind of shifting out, and maybe I don't know, it's like your needs are changing or something. When I'm looking at this, it just seems like these are needs that you have a new perspective around, and you're able to find a new way of innovating your approach. And then as you start to make those decisions and watch them materialize and stay on task, as I said, then you start to see, oh yes, I am going to make it out the other side. I am going to see the benefits of this, or whatever it is that you have going on. Okay. And now I'm going to do the 3-card pick as usual. So you're welcome to ask a question. I know that some people, because I am using the Slutist Tarot deck, you are welcome to ask a relationship question. I know people like to do that. You are welcome to just use this as guidance. Pick as many or as few as you'd like. And just tune in. What's coming up? First card, the Maiden. This is the Fool. Okay, so it really is, I would say, actually, if you've picked this card, it's kind of like beware of your old patterns. If you've been doing the same thing over and over and over and it's not working, then do not expect anything to change. That would be really silly if you just expected to do the same thing and get a different result, especially around relationships. That is one thing that I am getting called to mention. If you find yourself behaving in the same way and getting the same result from people, if you find yourself attracting a specific type of person, if you find yourself engaging in any type of like shape-shifting or contorting for the sake of people-pleasing, anything like that, any of those behaviors, you have to start doing things differently. Otherwise, you're going to manifest the same pattern over and over. Card number 2, we have the 4 of Coins. Be mindful of where you're giving your energy. Not everyone needs it. Not everyone deserves it. Not everyone is worthwhile, unfortunately. So just beware of energetic vampires this month. And if you feel like someone takes more than they give, then it's okay for you to not invest in that relationship deeply. You can withhold and conserve your energy for yourself. So make sure that you remember that in times when you're feeling particularly depleted. And card number 3, we have the 3 of Wands. So it's kind of like you're waiting for good things to come in, and you are going to see a lot of results, but just it might take a little bit of time. You have to keep the faith. If you have no faith that things are going to improve, then that's all you're going to get. I don't know how else to put it. If you truly believe that there will never be any improvement and that is what you feel, it's okay to have bad days like that, but it's about consistency. If you consistently feel that way, then it's time to start adjusting the way you're thinking about it. But if you can hold on to the idea that things will improve, if you make the tweaks, if you do the work, if you make the effort, then you're going to start to see that roll in. Okay, so just keep the faith, keep working on it. It's going to get better. And that is all for the reading. Don't forget, if you would like to work with me one-on-one, you are welcome to check it out in the description box. All of the links are there. All of the cards that I've used are listed out in the description box as usual. You are welcome to send me an email. All of the information is down there that you need. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more content and live readings. And until next time, have a wonderful August, everybody. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.